Testing mic 1. Testing mic 1. Sorry, the music is very loud. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Cambridge Rivulettes Hockey. As always, folks, a reminder that today's broadcast is brought to you by Face Heating and Cooling, proudly servicing the Kitchener-Waterloo region in Wellington County. Call 519-230-FACE to reach a face you can trust. That's 519-230-3223. The Rivulettes head to Whitby today to take on the Whitby Wolves. Whitby coming in 3-1 off a 1-0 victory last night over Barrie. Cambridge coming off a victory of their own. 2-1 yesterday afternoon at the Gardens. over the East Ottawa Stars. A reminder, Cambridge just playing a couple games at Galt before the Preston Auditorium's ready for us to get in and get the season kicked off. But folks, the Rivulettes have been hot this season. A 4-0 start with one overtime victory last weekend in Ottawa, and the Rivulettes have never looked better. Courtney Beeksma standing on her head yesterday in that one-goal game. Reese Reed scoring her fourth of the season, another bright spot for the Rivulettes this year, and Avery Randall getting her first as a Rivulette and first of the season. Folks, we get set for the national anthem. We'll see you soon. And with that, we're just about to get things underway here from Whitby. The second game this weekend for the Rivulettes. Starting for your visiting Cambridge Rivulettes on defense, number 4, alongside Reese Reed, alongside number 7, Maddie Kim. Starting on forward for the Rivulettes, number 10, Sarah Hillick, number 12, Quinn Carswell, and number 26, Rachel Burt. And in net for the Rivulettes, 2-0 on the season, number 31, Addison Mitchell. Starting in between the pipes for the Whitby Wolves, number 1, Sadie Davidson. We're just about to get things going for some Rivulettes hockey on this Sunday matinee from Whitby. The Wolves take first possession but quickly give it away. Maddie Kim on the takeaway, and Burt gets pinned up against the boards. Hillick right there with her. And the Rivulettes will try the other side. Nice little tap forward there from Sarah Hillick as Burt falls to her knees, heading off for a change. And the Wolves regain possession. Breaking in over the center ice, Jasmine Key. The Wolves, she gets a shot off from the top of the face-off dot. Not much to it as Mitchell steers that one away with ease. It's cycled back by Micah Carswell. And she gets it right back. Carswell just trying to jam it up the boards. That's not going to work. And Randall will try the other side. Reed unable to get much on a poke. A centering pass. Finds the stick. Lillian Newmaster, and she gets a shot off, but Mitchell finds it with her blocker and sends that one up and over the glass for our first stoppage of play. Sloppy first minute here from Whitby. Both teams struggling to find the puck cleanly on their stick. Randall fights for Wolves with another shot from the blue line, but that one catches shin pads and makes its way into the corner. The Story fighting down low with Lesson. Newmaster with a shot from the blue line. Micah Carswell picks it up, and the Rivulettes will skate up over center ice. Micah Carswell in 3-on-2. Rivers and Styles with it. She finds Rivers. Rivers can't quite get the shot off. Second effort goes wide of the crease. Marissa Verrips comes in, playing her second game of the season, second game ever with the Rivulettes this evening. A big-bodied defenseman filling in for Maren Broderick, who's out this evening. Sophie Herr also making her second appearance of the season for the Rivs. She played last night in Galt, and she'll send that one in deep. That puck is stopped as Neal picks it up at the ring-out line, shoots it on goal. That one easily steered away by Davidson. And Cambridge applying pressure. Burt cutting to the front of the net. Can't quite get the backhand off cleanly. Reed will just fire it into the far corner. A quick snapshot from Quinn Carswell. It's handled with ease by Davidson. And Whitby begins to look the breakout, and they'll just chip it deep in the Rivulet zone. Whitby heading for a full team change. Manages to maintain possession. As Reed can't quite get a stick on it. A loose puck near the sideboard stays in by Strand. Shot point blank from the top of the faceoff dot by Meitel. It's handled by Mitchell. The Rivulettes just trying to chip it in. Sadie D'Angela. Emerson Miller now with her first touch of the night in her own end. Trying to get something started for Cambridge here on the road. As Ristori looks cross ice. That one not handled by Sharon. Sharon in a race for the puck. And blown down. As Whitby gets there first. We've got an icing. And the faceoff will be coming all the way back down to the Cambridge Rivulettes zone. Cambridge doing a good job last night getting to the center of the ice and getting shots on goal. Anna Ryu playing a sensational game, only allowing 2 goals. However, that not good enough for the East Ottawa Stars. As the Rivulettes take away that 2-1 victory, keeping their perfect record alive this season. That one past the former Oakville Hornet, Sadie D'Angela, and the Wolves regain possession. Story leaves it behind her goal. As Randall looks cross ice and sends it right into the shin pads of Nev Murphy. She'll send that one out front, but Ristori with the takeaway. Leeson back into the zone, cutting to the net. Mitchell with a good poke check, knocks it away. And Carswell on the left side. Almost has her pocket pick, but finds Hillock up over the blue line. Sarah Hillock now turning back and waiting for help. She's going to get it to the slot. Her can't quite handle it. Carswell getting a backhand on net. And that'll be covered up by Davidson. The Rivulet's first good goal scoring opportunity there. Coming just less than 5 minutes into this first period. Folks, this is our first time on the road this season with you guys. Thank you for tuning in as always. Just a couple housekeeping notes. A reminder, we apologize in advance for any technical difficulties. It's always difficult heading to a new barn. Don't want to jinx anything right now, so enjoy it while it lasts. And we'll try our best. Carrier going for a skate, can't quite handle it. Back comes Whitby. 2-on-2 the other way. Styles getting into the play quickly. Her cross ice from Micah Carswell. She's got Styles with her. Trying to carry it up over the red line. Hasn't knocked off her stick. But just chips that one into the offensive zone. Short-lived there for Cambridge. So they handle it back in their own end. And Styles in over the blue line. She hasn't taken off her stick by Cardone. Wolves trying to win a speed battle as Rivers steps in the way. Reed will send it in from center ice. Kim unable to keep in the bouncing puck, and Reed will have to pick it up down in her own end. Reed with a nice move to get off the pressure. Rivers sends it forward. Carswell can't quite handle it. Carswell will pick it up below the goal line. She sends it out front. Davidson steers it out of harm's way. And back the other way comes Pittis. Flying into the corners, Lillian Newmaster. Rivulettes come away with it, and back comes Kendra Ristori in a 3-on-2. She's got Burt and Carswell with her. Ristori in on the right side, leaving it for the trailing Burt. Burt with a shot from the ringette line. That's over the glass. Over the crossbar, pardon me. And back the other way comes Whitby. Good pace here early on. Teams trying to create scoring opportunities as Burt just sends that one in. Whitby will fire it down the ice. Randall trying to get there first. She'll do just that. And we've got icing coming back down to the Whitby zone with 13-19 remaining in this first period. Both teams starting to clean things up here as time progresses. Quinn Carswell getting to the front of the net a couple times early on here. Always good to see. Third-year player for the Cambridge Rivulettes. Carey with a quick shot on. That one takes a dangerous tip in front. D'Angela bangs away at it. And Davidson keeps it out. Rips from the blue line gets a shot off, but that's going to find a pair of shin pads. And Whitby just going to send it all the way down the ice. Mitchell watches it, and the Wolves win the race to the puck. Carrier fighting in the corner. Miller on the takeaway. Some stick action down there. Miller comes away with the puck and finds the open ice. Batted out of midair there by Katie Belk. But offside, much to the chagrin of the Whitby Wolves fans. Though not very many of them in attendance tonight. If you remember correctly, there was over 17,000 in Galt last night here at Quad Park Sports Center. Not quite the same spectacle as the Gardens. Nothing beats the gag. Newmaster just going to chip that one in. And Kim will win the race to the puck. Maddie Kim going to skate it up on the left side. She's got D'Angelo with her as the rest of the Rivs head for a change. Kim takes it all the way down low. Gets it back for Reed at the blue line. Reed with a shot off up high. That one tipped just wide, and her picks it up down below the goal line. Her trying to send a saucer pass out front, but her centering pass missed by the Rivulettes. And the Wolves will try the other side as it's just chipped out all the way down the ice. The Rivs going to touch up for icing. And the face-off will come all the way back down to the Whitby zone. A very welcomed night off from the music here in Whitby, as last year I think I have permanent hearing loss from that. I've never quite seen heavy metal like that at a hockey game. But maybe that was to Adam Foote's recommendation. Whitby, Ontario, home of Adam Foote. Two-time Stanley Cup winner with the Colorado Avalanche, 1996 and 2001, as Randall gets a shot off. A little bit of hockey knowledge for you there. Her down low. Sophie Her getting it back to the blue line. Across for Ristori. Ristori with a wrist shot off a pair of shin pads. Ristori struggling to find the lanes early this season. A wicked wrist shot on her, and if she can get them through, it's hello world. Ristori tries to stop, breaks a pair of ankles. Someone get the stretcher. What a move. Stiles tries to send that one to Carswell. It bounces up high in front of the net. And Micah Carswell can't quite find the pop fly. Now come the Wolves. Rivers on the takeaway. She gets tripped up. The arms stay down. Carrier. Fire that one off. A Wolf entering the zone. That's offside. And we've got another face-off. Just 9 minutes into this first period. Scoreless game. 0-0 here from Whitby. The Wolves take control as Mitchell catches that one off an odd bounce off the end boards. We've got another face-off. A nice arena here in Whitby. A little chilly, I might say. My hands are feeling it right now. The Rivulette hand-warming gloves haven't come in yet, but Rob is on it. And Aird's got it at the blue line. Shot on by Basso. Mitchell makes a nice save. Can't control it. And the Rivulettes have it down in the corner, fighting for the puck. Neve Murphy able to pull it out. She gets it back to Aird. Maeve Aird with a shot off through traffic, and that one's tipped just wide. Feel something brewing for Whitby here. Rivers fighting for the puck. She comes away with it on the right side. Looks across ice for Micah Carswell and finds her. Carswell going to chip it in as she gets knocked down on the sideboards. The referee's letting them play this afternoon. Leeson cutting cross ice. Reed steps in the way of that pass. And Leeson all alone. Shot off. She's going to go up over Addison Mitchell's shoulder, and it's 1-0 Whitby Wolves. Just over halfway through this first period, and a giveaway from the Rivulettes there turns into a 1-0 lead the other way. Her in on the left side. She tries to center that one. Rivulettes will look to get that back quickly. Done a good job finding the back of the net this year. And we'll try to do it here. Quinn Carswell on the takeaway. Gets a shot off, and that one's going to miss just wide. Reed with the pinch. It works out. Carswell. Cross ice for Kim. Kim. Shot off. Davidson able to handle that rebound. Kim crashing the net. Things getting a little chippy. Maddie Kim trying to make up for the turnover. We've got a face-off coming down to Sadie Davidson's left. Miller pokes that back to her story. She'll just send it back in. Whitby going to try the other side, but it's taken away down low. Cambridge hammering away at it as D'Angelo gets it back to the blue line. Randall now from the point. That one's going to be tipped up over into the netting. And we'll have another face-off inside Whitby's zone. Goal scored by Hayden Leeson to give Whitby this 1-0 lead, and Ristori's got it at the blue line. She fans on that centering attempt. And back the other way comes Whitney Basso. Basso tries to make a move, but Randall steps in the way. Good defensive play there by Avery Randall. Something the Rivulettes are becoming comfortable with this season. That one sent the length of the ice. Randall in a race for the puck. She'll get there before icing can be called. D'Angelo unable to poke it out. Miller will circle around to the other side of the ice. Miller stops, looks for D'Angelo, finds her. D'Angelo can't quite handle it. And Whitby will send it back down. Carrier the first one back. Styles with a nice play down below her own goal line. She looks to start things forward. She's got Rivers with her. Finds Lacey Rivers. Rivers in on the right side. This gets cut off. A fantastic defensive play from Whitney Basso. She tries to carry it out. Let's keep it in. Styles down low. Has Carswell out front. Tries to slide it through. Davidson will cover up. And things getting chippy. Referee trying to find the whistle in his pocket. We've got 8 minutes remaining in this first period. Rivulettes trailing 1-0. After the middle of the period goal from Hayden Leeson. Cambridge still settling into things here in this road game. Rips tries to pass it forward. Just past the outstretched reach of Micah Carswell. Rivers able to keep it in. That one going to head the length of the ice. Carrier in a race for the puck. She's going to lose it. Fantastic race by Stella Pittis to keep that alive. She makes a move to the center of the ice. Gets a shot off. That one's up over the net. Hillock tries to flip it forward. That's a turnover. And in comes Ireland Death. Hillock carrying it out of the zone. She has it knocked off her stick. Racing for it with Key. But the Wolf defense will get there first as Hurd tries to power it forward. Whitby able to clear the zone quickly and make the Rivulettes regroup in their own end. Reed looking cross ice, has her pass taken away. And in comes Reese Reed. All by herself. She's got D'Angelo trailing. And the Rivulettes will pin it up against the boards as it gets flicked back below the Wolf goal line. Emerson Miller plays it forward. D'Angela at the ringette line. She stops and looks for Sharon. Sharon tries to play it forward for Miller, but that one just falls behind her. And Reed's got it down at the ringette line. Reese Reed with a shot off, and that's going to miss wide. Reed looking for her 5th of the season and trying to tie this game up with 6 minutes remaining in this first period. And Carswell sends that one into open ice, and it's picked up by the opposition, Macy Murray. Rivulettes struggling to get it out from below their own goal line. As Newmaster sends it cross ice for Murray. Murray with the shot just wide. And the Wolves have it once again. Newmaster can't quite handle it. And Quinn Carswell's in a race for the puck down the other way. Quinn Carswell all alone on the left side, cutting to the net. As Davidson makes a nice pad save. Carswell unable to get much on that attempt. And now Neal picks up the loose puck down low. She has it quickly taken off her stick. And back comes Murphy. Whitney Basso now in over the blue line. She gets to the middle of the ice. Gets a shot off, and Mitchell makes the helmet save, and it's tapped in on the rebound. Whitby takes a 2-0 lead late in this first period, just under 5 minutes remaining. And Cambridge is going to need to get their head back in this game. Nev Murphy on the follow-up there to take the 2-0 lead. Cambridge just trying to get through this first period. They'll need to regroup at the intermission. Collect their thoughts. That one's sent the length of the ice. Mitchell will just try to cover up. She loses it, and it's tapped in the empty net. An unfortunate error there from Addison Mitchell to give up the 3-0 lead. Cambridge in a house of horrors right now as Madison Cialtzas puts Whitby up 3. Timeout called from the Rivulettes bench, and that might just be what they need. We're back out of the break. Reminder as always that today's broadcast is brought to you by Face Heating and Cooling. Face, a face that you can trust. Reed sends that one into the skates of Sarah Hillick. And the Rivs struggling to get much going as Jasmine Key takes it down low. Plays it around for her winger. Maddie Kim sends it forward. But the Wolves take it away quickly. Her will send it in from the red line. Sadie D'Angelo, the lone forechecker. She creates a turnover with her pressure. Story cross ice pass has Sharon. Sharon with 2 with her. Tries to find D'Angelo. But a good play by Maurice Newman. Master, pardon me. You get in the way. And D'Angelo, the shot from the face-off dot. She has her stick hit. Miller tied up, and back come the Wolves. Offside called, and we've got a face-off coming outside the Cambridge zone. Just over 3 minutes remaining in this first period. Cambridge trailing 3-0. Offside called. Pierce face-off coming back down to the Whitby end of the neutral zone. We'll try this again. Sharon unable to keep the puck in. As Whitby looks to break forward. It's touched up by Leeson, and she'll send it offside. Linesman none too pleased with the Whitby players. Cambridge taking a full line change. And Whitby wins position yet again. As Newmaster sends it in from the red line. Rivs first to the puck. Carswell can't quite kick it out of the zone. Murphy in on the right side. Gets a shot off. Tries to go up over Mitchell's head. That one catches iron. Verrep's able to get it out. She'll head off for a change. But quickly back comes Whitby. Basso sending it in as Mitchell sends it into the corner. Dangerous play down low. So Rivulet loses her footing. Liv Carrier on the fall, but she appears to be okay. The Wolves are howling. Reed carrying it up over the left side, looking to do it herself. Reese Reed in with speed, cuts to the center ice and can't quite get a shot off. Good takeaway there from Mae Baird. As Basso is able to get back in time, but a giveaway, and Micah Carswell can't handle it. She looks for Styles, finds her, bouncing puck in front of the net. Then Rivers sends it wide. Cambridge can't catch a break in this first period. Styles gets a stick on it. And the Rivs have it in the offensive zone. Styles trying to cut to the middle. Finds Rivers. Rivers sends that one, and a good save by Sadie Davidson. Rivers all alone in front. The find from Styles. The Rivulettes buzzing with a minute and a half left. Their Story can't get it through cleanly, and Styles has it yet again. She'll just send it off into the corner. And Whitby will try and control it down low. Basso sending it through the stick of Lacey Rivers. And Whitby just going to send it out of the zone. Her Story trying to get back. She'll get there before icing can be called. Plays it up. That one bounces up over the Rivers stick. The Wolves with the shot off from up top as Mitchell makes a nice blocker save. Death now trying to center the pass, and Bird will flip it forward. Emerson Miller skating up over the left side. She'll chip it down low with 45 seconds remaining in this first period. Rivulettes trail by 3. Burt able to get there in time. Verrep stepping out on the pitch. Mitchell in the slot. Pardon me, that's Hillick. Tries to send it back to the blue line, but out comes Whitby on the takeaway. Ireland Death in on the left side, and she'll just chip it in looking for a change. 25 seconds remain, and Randall's got the puck in open ice. Avery Randall up over the red line into the offensive zone. She gets a shot off along the ice, but Davidson easily kicks that one away. Verrep's unable to hold the line. And it's a 2-on-1 back the other way. Belk making a move on Randall. She gets to the front of the net. Mitchell makes the initial save. A loose puck out front, and it appears Mitchell will hold on with 4 seconds left, and that could have been trouble for the Rivulettes. Just trying to keep this from being anything like the Ryder Cup going on right now in New York City. Four seconds remaining. Face-off inside the Rivulet zone. Whitby has their goalie pulled. And a good face-off win there from Emerson Miller. That'll do it for the first period here from Whitby. As there appears to be no buzzer in the building tonight. And folks, Rivulettes trail 3-0 as we head into our first intermission. And folks, this season, tonight's intermission is brought to you by Drains R Us Plumbing, serving homes and businesses across the Kitchener-Waterloo region and Wellington County with fast and reliable service. Call 519-555-DRAIN for all your plumbing needs. That's 519-555-3724. We'll see you back shortly. Welcome back to the second period here from Whitby, Ontario. Folks, a reminder as always that today's broadcast is brought to you by Face Heating and Cooling, proudly servicing the Kitchener-Waterloo region in Wellington County. Call 519-230-FACE to reach a face you can trust. That's 519-230-3223. What started off as an okay first period for the Rivulettes turned into a nightmare as the Rivulettes find themselves down 3 goals here off a series of turnovers and mistakes by the Rivulettes. Goals coming from Hayden Leeson opening the scoring, followed closely by Nev Murphy and Madison Cialtis. The Rivulettes held off the score sheet by Sadie Davidson. Cambridge with a couple scoring chances early on and throughout the period, but unable to squeak anything past the Whitby keeper, keeping us a 3-0 game. Cambridge has already used their first time out this game, trying to slow things down with just 4 minutes remaining in that first period. And the girls needed talking to in the dressing room in between periods. Hopefully the coach is getting in their ears, telling them this is a fresh start. Let's get back out there. If they can score 3, we can score 4. We'll get things set in just a few seconds here, back from the Iroquois Park Sports Center. Go Rivulettes. Whitby with a quick turnover off the first face-off, and the Rivs give it right back. Rivers hot in pursuit as the Wolves break out, and it's a one-on-one back the other way. McAlpine in on Kim. She gets a shot off and through. Mitchell covers up, makes no mistake. And we've got a face-off just 20 seconds into this second period, in the Rivulet zone. We've got some music back in the building now. We'll bring in the news. Technical difficulties in this ice center in that first period, including a lack of buzzer, which could be an issue, as Burt tries to chip it out of the zone. A little help from Neal, and the Wolves come away with it in their own end. Hooked forward by Belk. Kim is able to get there. And the Rivs try to move forward. Ellen Neal up over the blue line. She's got one to beat on the right side. Neal trying to skate past Macy Murray, but Murray will just get there in time. Murphy. Cambridge fighting for the puck along the sideboards. Randall with a shot along the ice. Davidson knocks it away. Neal to Carswell in the slot. Carswell can't quite get through. Neal with a shot off, and that's going to miss wide. Neal back, and delayed penalty coming to Whitby as Burt sends it along the ice. And the Wolves will touch up, and we'll see what the call is here. 2 arms up from the referees. We could be getting 2 here, folks. And the officials speaking about this one, it might be 2 penalties. No one quite sure what's being called. It looks to be a cross-checking penalty for someone, though. Whitby not sending anyone to the box, just only putting 4 on the ice. And a hooking penalty as well. We could have 2 penalties here, folks. Would be nice if the referees that called the penalties knew what was going on, but can't expect that, so we'll chat it out. We'll stay here in this icebox of an arena, and you guys will stay there and listen to me talk about nothing. If we want to talk about something, however, is anyone keeping an eye on this Ryder Cup at Bethpage State Park? We've got the first 2 matches tied. Europe leads the 3rd. America leads the 4th. Europe leads the 5th. And then it's a whole bunch of red, and America's trying to do the unthinkable. Really not the event anyone thought was going to happen, but it is quite a spectacle down in America. And it looks like 2 Whitby Wolves are heading to the penalty box. It's going to be 5-on-3 Cambridge for the next 2 minutes. Cambridge looking to make something happen here on this 5-on-3. D'Angelo at the blue line. Back for Ristori. Ristori with D'Angelo on the right side. D'Angelo can't quite handle that pass. Ristori to D'Angelo. D'Angelo walks in, shot across, through traffic. The Rivulettes banging away at it, and Davidson keeps it out. D'Angelo from the slot. Gets another shot off, and that one finds shin pads. Rivulettes have Sharon and Miller down low. D'Angelo on the one-timer. That one's going to miss wide. Randall out the ring at line. She walks the line, trying to switch things up. Gets it back for Ristori. Ristori with space. Gives it to Randall. Randall looking for her second in as many days. And that one's blocked. It'll be poked forward and out of the zone. And Randall's going to have to set things up. But quickly back the other way is Emerson Miller in on the right side. Randall off for a change, and Miller's got it down low. Maddie Kim jumping on the ice. And the Rivulettes have it at the blue line. Kim now with control. Finding D'Angelo. D'Angelo on the one-timer. That one's kicked by Davidson. Net appears to be loose, and we've got a whistle halfway through this 5-on-3. Good pressure from the Rivulettes, though the whistle may have slowed things down for no reason. And the Rivs will try to figure it out. Neal on the draw. Hillock, Kim, Burt, and Reed on the ice. Reed over to Burt. Burt with Kim wide open on the left, slides it down low. And gets it back, and that one's going to head down the length of the ice. An unfortunate error there from the Rivulettes as Reed has to start from below the Rivulette goal line. Reed going to look to skate this one up. She's got speed and open ice, and she'll take it up the right side. Reese Reed in on the right. Catches a rolling puck. Slides on one. Kim from the slot. Maddie Kim with a shot off, but not through. And the Wolves are going to clear the zone. 34 seconds remain in this power play. Kim just chipping it forward. Fans on it a bit. Slows things up. Burt can't quite find it. She's poking away at it. That one's going to leave the zone. Head down the ice. And Mitchell's out of her net to play the puck. 18 seconds left. And a penalty coming to Rachel Burt. A 2-minute slashing penalty. That's going to slow things down as the Rivulettes will have a brief 4-on-3 power play, followed up by their first penalty kill of the evening. Undisciplined play there from Rachel Burt. So Rivulettes found themselves in a good position in the 5-on-3. But now we'll lose the man advantage quickly as Ristori carries it out. Still 4-on-3 for 12 more seconds. Ristori into the offensive zone. She stops, has Randall up top, slides it cross ice, can't quite find Styles. And both Wolves out now, 5-on-4 back the other way. As that one's going to be tipped into the offensive zone. And Randall will pick it up behind her own net. Avery Randall, she'll send it all the way back down. Clearance attempt cut off by Kaylee Maytel. And out comes Whitby, their first power play of the evening. Pettit in, makes a move to the center, and Mitchell sees it all the way. A nice blocker save. Important penalty kill here for the Rivulettes. They can't fall down. A great save by Mitchell through traffic to cover up. And we've got a face-off coming inside the Rivulette zone. Mitchell starting to lock in after that unfortunate error in the first period, leading to the third goal of the night. Looking for some goal support behind her. Aird sends that one cross ice, a nice little saucer pass, and she gets it right back. Micah Carswell out at the blue line, applying pressure, but Aird walks in. Aird sends that one just wide. Maytel pokes it forward. The Rivulettes holding strong on the sideboards. Miller trying to win the battle. Pettis comes away with it, and that one's going to be tipped just wide of the net. Miller taking it down low. She tries to send it out. Can't quite get it there, but Micah Carswell picks up the loose puck, and she'll flip it the length of the ice. 30 seconds remain. And the Rivulettes with possession in the offensive zone. As Carswell gets taken down aggressively in the far corner. The arms stay down. 17 seconds remain on the Whitby power play. Cambridge trailing 3-0, all coming in the first period. A bouncing puck in front of the Rivulette net. Air with a shot on, and that's not through. Quinn Carswell's going to send it all the way, and that'll do it. A good penalty kill from the Rivulettes to keep this 3-0. Davidson out of her net to play the puck. And a good takeaway down low by Hillock. Leaves it for Carswell. She has her pocket picked. Back comes Salatsis. Back to the blue line. Cross ice for Key. Key gets a shot off, and that's going to be tipped just wide. A nice play forward, and out comes Sadie DeAngela. Up over the left side. She's got one to beat. Good play by Basso to knock her off the puck. Randall keeps it in, but only momentarily, as back comes Leeson in a 2-on-1. Leeson slides it to the middle for Strano. She can't handle it. Neal carrying it out of the Rivulet zone. And Cambridge comes right back. Ella Neal, and on the left side. It's DeAngelo cutting the net, but stops and finds Reed at the blue line. Reed shoots the shot off, and that one's going to miss wide. Sophie Hurst sending it back down low, and Reed's got it at the ringette line. Reed on the one-timer. Good save by Davidson. That one's going to head the length of the ice. And icing should be called as soon as Randall gets back. And there we have it, just over 6 minutes into the second period. Rivulettes still trailing 3-0. Face-off coming all the way down in the Whitby zone. I'm sure Cambridge would love to find the back of the net anytime now and try and cut this to a 2-goal game. It's Miller. Can't do much with it. Has her pocket picked, and out comes Maytel. Story forward for her. She sends it into the neutral zone, but Whitby comes away with it. Neal applying the pressure on the forecheck. That one's going to be sent all the way down. Ristori able to get there. Touch up for the icing. And it's coming back to the Whitby end. Styles, Rivers, and Micah Carswell on for the Rivulettes. Carrying for Rips at the blue line. Styles tied up off the draw. And the Wolves are able to find possession. And he's sent back in by Whitby. Mitchell opts not to play the puck. And that one's quickly thrown out front by Whitby. Carswell finds it, can't quite handle it. And a giveaway from the Whitby Wolves, 2-on-1. Styles with a shot from the left side, right into the red basket of Sadie Davidson. And we've got a face-off coming inside the Whitby zone. 12:55 remaining in the second period. Cambridge switching lines. Got Reed, Kim, Quinn Carswell, Hillock, and Burt on the ice. Maytel on the draw for Whitby. She's kicked out. And the Rivulettes win the faceoff. Reed from the blue line. Can't get much on that shot attempt. And Riley Pettit will carry it out. Belkin over the blue line. Makes one move. Gets to the left side. But Hillock with a nice defensive play, able to get back in time. Poked forward. And we've got a race for the puck. It's Quinn Carswell with a stick lift. Can't quite win it. And Whitby has the puck once again. That one sent the length of the ice. Maddie Kim will get back in time, and icing is called. Almost a fantastic opportunity for Quinn Carswell to have a breakaway, but good defensive play from these Wolves. And the Rivulettes will have to settle for icing. Sharon off the faceoff. Bouncing puck. Gets a shot just wide. Miller fights hard down low. DeAngelo right there with her. DeAngelo comes away with it, but gets knocked off the puck. Sharon from the slot. Gets a shot off, but not through. That one shakes up Jasmine Key. She takes it right off the ankle. And Sharon's got it again. Back for DeAngelo. DeAngelo trying to get to her forehand. Can't quite do so, and the Rivulettes have it at the blue line. Randall sends that one in. It's going to miss just wide. Story will play it down low. Sharon bangs it out front. Sharon has it in the corner. Jenna Sharon looks cross ice, gives that one away, and back comes Katie Belk. 1-on-3, Sharon on defense. And a weak call coming from the referees. As Sharon gonna get called 2 minutes for tripping. And head to the penalty box. Rivulettes heading on their second penalty kill of the evening. And they'll need another one here. Key from the blue line. She looks to have shaken off that block shot. The Wolves send it cross ice. Mitchell with a nice save. Reed finding the puck down low. She's going to send it out up over the left side, and it doesn't exit the zone. Sent back in by Basso. Carrier playing alongside Reed on defense, and Hillock will just tie it up in the corner. Carrier there with her. Reed spying on from behind. And back to the blue line is Whitby. Key with a shot off. That one's going to be tipped. Mitchell can't handle the rebound. And sitting there on the doorstep is Gabriella McAlpine, Lizzie's sister. And it's 4-0 Whitby. Halfway through the game, things not looking bright for Cambridge. They'll need to turn this around and have a wonderful second half to try and come away with any points here. Make this competitive. Pardon me, goal scored by number 16, Madison Cialtis, her second of the night. Whitby, not necessarily the better team tonight, just capitalizing on their chances as that one goes for icing. We've got a face-off coming inside the Whitby zone. Hillock, Carswell, and Burt going forward. McAlpine on the draw for Whitby. Carswell steps in, gets a shot off, tries to bang that one in, but Davidson holds her post nicely and covers up for another face-off. Randall walks in. It's a shot off, but that one's going to be tipped just into the corner. Ristori from the blue line fires that one back in. Out breaks Whitby. Burt stepping in the way. Ristori gets skated past. That's going to be offside. And Whitby will have no choice but to retreat. Burt taken into the boards hard, and the referee's arm goes up. A 2-minute cross-checking call coming to number 10, Ireland Death. The Rivulettes take their second power play of the afternoon. Held scoreless on the 5-on-3. We'll see how they can fare 5-on-4. Reed looking to skate it up. She'll do so over the right side and into the zone. Reese Reed gets held up, loses the puck. Can't poke it forward, but D'Angelo finds it. Back for Reed. She gives it right back. Sadie D'Angelo walking in. That one shot off a skate. It's going to be sent down the ice, and Reed will have to pick it up below her goal line. Reed being chased. And Maddie Kim will carry it out. Miller up over the blue line. She's going to flick it up off the boards. Run right through a Whitby defense, and Sharon's got it down low. D'Angelo below the goal line. Back to the blue line. Ristori gives it back. D'Angelo tries the cross-ice pass, and that one's going to be stepped in front of. Ristori now carrying it herself up the right side. She'll stop, look for someone open, and find Avery Randall. Randall gives it to Neal on the left, can't quite handle it. And it'll just be flicked down low. Carswell now in the corner. She looks to get out front. Finds Neal, and Neal's going to miss just wide. 33 seconds remaining. For Story from the blue line. Back to Neal. Neal looking cross ice for Randall. Randall handles it at the blue line. And gives it back to Ristori. Ristori walking in. The wrist shot off, and that one's going to be tipped wide by Carswell. A makeup call coming from the referees. As Carswell gets tangled up, it's going to be a 2-minute hooking call. For the second time this evening, the Rivulettes give away their power play. Four-on-four for 15 seconds before Whitby will take over the power play. 4-on-4, walking in. What a shot from Whitney Basso to make this a 5-0 game, and things starting to get out of hand here for Cambridge. Worse yet, that'll keep it 4-on-4. And Quinn Carswell is going to have to stay in the box. After a bit of chatter, we're back. And play resumes. Good takedown by Reese Reed to knock Aird off the puck. But the Wolves find possession once again, and they have a 5-on-4. Cambridge finding themselves shorthanded. And Aird walks in on the left. Back for Pittis. Pittis from the center of the ice gets a shot off. Mitchell makes the glove save, and we'll have a face-off coming inside the Cambridge zone. Rivs unable to clear it on 2 attempts. It's kept in by Key. Third time's the charm. And Whitby will start from below their goal line. 1 minute remaining in the penalty to Carswell. Cambridge trying to find a way out of a hole they can't dig out of. Macy Murray just skating it into the corner, getting it back to the blue line. Cardone cutting in now. It's kept in by Key. Styles with the takeaway. She'll send it down the ice, and the Rivulettes will get a change. Whitby using the boards nicely, playing the angles. And Cardone's the first one to get there. As that puck's going to exit the zone. Basso can't quite get there. And back the other way comes Micah Carswell, 1-on-1. Can't do much with it. It's her sister. Exits the box, and the Rivulettes return to 5-on-5. Hillock tries to step in the way. Basso buzzing over the ice tonight. Mitchell trying to cover up. She gives it to Randall. And the Rivulettes will break out. Quinn Carswell in on the right side. She enters the zone. Carswell tries to make a move and can't quite get through. Sharon takes it down below the goal line. Loses the puck, and Hillock's got it down low. Sharon now, a delayed penalty coming to Whitby, and as they touch up, we'll see what this is for. 2-minute body contact call coming to Maeve Aird, as she just got a little too physical for this game. Referees not having that. And Cambridge will try their hand at yet another power play. 0 for 2 on the evening. Looking to make that 1 for 3. Their power play has been strong this year. Best in the OWHL among all 26 teams. D'Angelo now sends it forward. Can't quite find the tape of Emerson Miller. Miller sliding it back. Reed from the blue line. A shot off. That one up top. Reese Reed with her 5th of the year. Cambridge cuts the lead to 4. Reese Reed from the blue line. Just a quick little wrist shot. Rip up over Davidson's shoulder. And never a doubt in my mind that was fine in the back of the net. Her 5th in as many games. Top right spot for the Rivulettes early this season. And that's what you love to see. Fearless leader Reed. Fine in the back of the net. Carrier keeping it in down low. Shot on by Rivs. That one's going to miss just wide. Sophie Herr throws it on net. But it gets picked off quickly. Carrier able to keep it in. Herr can't quite handle it with her glove. And offside is called. Even though Whitby had possession. And we'll get a face-off just outside the Whitby zone. 4:30 remaining in this second period, brought to you by Face Heating and Cooling. Face, the face that you can trust. Face-off won by Cambridge initially, but the Wolves come away with possession. Hillock carrying it out. That's going to be sent all the way back into her own corner. Took a wild bounce as Randall picks it up below the goal line. The Rivulettes will try again. Unsuccessfully, may I add. Cardone gives it away down low. Cardone with a shot from the face-off dot. It's going to be up over Mitchell's head. Murray keeps it in at the blue line. Cross for Aird. Aird with a shot. She's going to find the top shelf, and what a shot from Maeve Aird to make this 6-1 and bring it back to a 5-goal lead. Just when the Rivulettes were starting to gain momentum, Maeve Aird lets the air out of the tires. And the Rivulettes looking tired. Still 24 minutes nearly to play in this hockey game. It's going to take a Herculean effort to get back in it. But we'll see how they fare. Rivers getting to the puck quickly. Carswell can't quite hang on. And that one's going to head the length of the ice for icing. Micah Carswell has it at the ring-out line. She leaves it for Kim. Kim sends it in. It's taken away by Aird. That one thrown out front dangerously. Carswell, Rivulettes banging away at it. Styles on the doorstep. Carswell tries to tap it in. She can't quite handle it. Davidson sprawling. A bouncing puck, and it ends up in the corner. A great chance for the Rivulettes there. They just can't quite find what they're looking for this afternoon. Kim takes a shot to the head. The arms stay down. We've got a scrum near the Rivulettes bench. The Wolves able to come away with it. Kim and Cardone collide at center ice. Reed gets back in time. Kim and Cardone racing for the puck. Kim winning the battle once again. As Carswell can't clear the zone, and Cardone has it at the blue line. Mitchell just going to cover up. We'll have a face-off coming with 2:38 remaining in the second period. Face-off coming to Addison Mitchell's left. Rivulettes trailing 6-1. Bruce Reed scoring her 5th in as many games just moments ago. Burt sends it back around the other side. Burt able to chip it up the right side, but it's taken away by Strano. Taken away by Neal as Burt gets stapled into the boards. And another penalty coming to Cialtsis. Her second penalty of the night. 2 goals, 2 penalties. Not a bad stat sheet for Madison Cialtis. 2 minutes, boarding. .2:13 left. Second period. Cambridge on a power play. Looking to get this back to 4. D'Angelo through shin pads. Davison, not sure how she saw that one through traffic. Gets in the way, however. And keeps it out. A good shot by Sadie D'Angelo. Her story has it at the blue line. Randall can't quite handle the pass, and she'll just send it back down low before absolutely tuning up Nev Murphy. The Rivulettes starting to play physical. Ristori with a wrist shot on. That one's tipped just wide by Sharon. Good job getting a stick on the puck. And the Wolves will send it out. Ristori in the red line. Sadie D'Angelo trying to carry it into the zone. Can't quite do so. And Randall's got it at the center ice. D'Angelo bringing it in on the left side. She's got Hillock out front. D'Angelo walking all the way. She's got Reed. Reed leaves it for D'Angelo. D'Angelo to the middle of the ice. Gets a shot off, but not through. Finds the puck. Another shot through. That one tipped. Banging away out of the Rivs. Kim can't tap it in. Hillock can't find the open net. And that one. She sends it cross ice, and that's a turnover. They got their signals crossed, and Reed is back in a 2-on-1. She gets back just in time for the Wolves to flick one up over the Rivulette net. And in skates Maddie Kim on the left side. She's trying to get to the center of the ice. Has Neal all alone on the right. Circles back and finds Reed at the blue line. Gives it to Neal. Neal back for Reed. Reed with a shot on and through. That one tipped. And Carswell just sends it behind the goal. That one squeaks out, and Reed able to keep it in. 13 seconds remain on the power play. Neal makes one move. Takes it back below the goal line. Slides it all the way to Reed. Reed with a weak shot on. That's going to miss wide. 13 seconds remain in this period as we return to 5-on-5. Hillock going to send it down low. Carswell has the puck in the corner. Carswell throws it out front. Hillock unable to get a stick on it. And as time expires here in this second period, the Rivulettes find themselves trailing big, 6-1. As we head to this second intermission, brought to you by Drains R Us Plumbing, serving homes and businesses across the Kitchener-Waterloo region and Wellington County with fast and reliable service. Call 519-555-DRAIN for all your plumbing needs. That's 519-555-3724. We'll see you in just a few moments, folks. Welcome back here to third period hockey from the Iroquois Park Sports Center in Whitby, Ontario. Folks, a reminder as always that today's broadcast is brought to you by Face Heating and Cooling, proudly servicing the Kitchener-Waterloo region in Wellington County. Call 519-230-FACE to reach a face you can trust. That's 519-230-3223. Things spread wide open here in the second period as the Wolves find themselves up 6-1. Reese Reed, the lone goal scorer for Cambridge yet again. Cutting it to a 4-goal deficit at one point, but only momentarily as Whitby came back, struck quickly to extend it back to 5. Penalties starting to pick up in the second period as the game's starting to get chippy. Refs trying to keep it in hand. 20 minutes left to go here. The Rivulettes are going to need to mount a large comeback if they want to find a way to tie it up. And we're off. Randall quickly sends it on goal. Good shot from the red line. Davidson makes the blocker save. Neal trying to tap it out front. That one! Hillock unable to find the back of the net. A great play to start this period. The Rivs come out flying. Randall with another shot towards goal. But blocked. Cambridge has it down low. Her batting it on net. Hillock now from below the goal. Trying to slide it out front. Neal can't quite get a stick on it. Randall stepping in and poking it forward. Neal in the slot. Trying to slide it forward. Her can't pick it up, and the Wolves just trying to get it out of the zone. They'll do just that. That one's going to head the length of the ice for icing. And the Rivulettes will have a face-off inside the Whitby zone less than a minute into this third period, showing promising signs early. And for those of you following, the Ryder Cup starting to get close here. As we get down to the final 5 matches, America leading in 3 of them. Europe just needing another half point to retain the cup. But back to the hockey. The Wolves send that one down the ice for another icing. Not sure what Jasmine Key's plan was there, but she's probably going to need to think of another one because that doesn't work. Whitby with another face-off win. Key smartly plays it forward this time and not down the ice. And out breaks Whitby. Belk sending it down the ice. Let's begin a breakout. As Carswell looks cross ice, can't quite connect the pass. Carey will try it, and she finds Rivers. Only momentarily, however. There's Whitby with the takeaway, and they'll give it right back. A sprawling Mitchell in front of the net, able to get a stick on it. A loose puck. It looks to be a Rivulette down on the puck, and it squirks loose. Newmaster setting it back in. Dangerous out front of the Rivulette's goal there. But it remains 6-1. Good fight down low by Miller. Reed watching on, waiting for something to happen. Ref yelling at them to move the puck. And Miller will kick it up to her feet. She tries to squeak it forward with no luck. Reed able to get there first. Reed now in a battle for the puck. Things slow to start this third period. And Rivers loses the race. Maddie Kim carrying it out up over the middle of the ice. She's got D'Angelo with her and slides it to her on the left side. Sadie D'Angelo in. From the left side, shot off and a good blocker save by Sadie Davidson. Offside called. And the face-off will come outside the Rivulette zone. Cambridge with the face-off win. The Rivulettes unable to clear their zone. Hillock carries it up into the neutral zone as Carswell brings it into the Whitby end. Hillock now trying to slide it to the middle of the ice. Carswell's got it back for the blue line. Ristori with a wrist shot on. That's going to miss wide. And the Wolves will chip it out. Ristori skating it up herself. She'll carry it up the left side over center ice and take it into the offensive zone. Kenna Ristori sliding that one towards goal. But it's going to be picked off by Macy Murray before it could get to the keeper. Ristori looks cross ice for her. She can't handle it cleanly, but comes away with it eventually. And the giveaway there has the Wolves bringing it back the other way. So if you heard, the red line gets taken down. And the Rivs have it in the offensive zone as D'Angela powers her way forward. And Neal has it in the corner. Neal and D'Angela digging away at the puck. Neal comes away with it. She tries to slide it out front. Grips from the blue line, gives it back to Carrier. Can't quite squeak that one through. The Rivulettes applying a bit of pressure. Not getting much to the net, however, which can be a problem in a 6-1 game with 15 and a half minutes left. Strano unable to do much with it, but she hangs on to the puck through pressure. Carrier on the takeaway, and Styles has it at center ice. 2-on-2 the other way with Rivers. Styles trying to take it to her left. She gets knocked down low. Good defense there from Lillian Newmaster. The Wolves will chip it out, but Rivers has it at the red line. Styles has her pocket picked. And the Rivs regain possession. Rivers gives it to Kim. She's got Carswell with her. Can't quite get the shot off. So she has the puck knocked off her stick. And Carswell into the middle of the ice. Styles can't get the shot through. Cambridge just a split second too late all day today. Kim will take it behind her own net. Murray walking in. Shot off through traffic, and that one's going to be tipped over the goal. A good move there by Murphy. Able to get the shot off, but Mitchell makes yet another save. Micah Carswell unable to clear the zone, and Kim will have to regroup. Whitby heading for a change, giving Cambridge some time and space. But Whitby takes it back. Reed able to get in, flip it forward. Carswell able to chip it out of the zone. It's a race for the puck. Basso able to win the race against her. But Hillock in there to knock her off the puck. Pettit trying to get to her forehand to the middle of the ice. Can't quite do so. She'll just head off. As her team controls possession down in the Rivulet zone. Whitby doing a good job to keep it in the Rivulet's end as Ristori brings it out and sends it on going from the red line. The Rivulettes will head for a full change, getting some fresh legs on the ice with 12 and a half minutes remaining in this third period. Down 6-1. Once again, Reese Reed, the lone goal scorer for the Rivulettes. And a break the other way. As Emerson Miller has it at center ice. In with D'Angelo and Sharon. Cuts to her right. Emerson Miller tries to get a shot on, but that one gets tipped wide. Aird will send it in. Wolves with a delayed offside. We'll give the Rivulettes some time to regroup. Carrier tries to play it forward. But unfortunately, right into the skates with Niv Murphy. She gets a shot off, and Mitchell tips that one over the goal. Battle for the puck on the sideboards as D'Angelo comes away with it. Sadie D'Angelo looking tired. She's going to send that in and head off for a change herself. Murphy unable to get it out, and Neal has it at the blue line. Kim, back in for Neal. That one gets tipped on goal. Davidson steers it aside. Aired, flicking it out from the face-off dot. A nice little touch pass as Alexa Strano has it in the offensive zone, has her pocket picked. 3-3 now. Trying to carry it up with space. She loses control, and it's chipped back in by Strano. Sophie Hurd trying to send it all the way across the ice. That'll be batted in by Quinn Carswell. The Rivulettes need to find a way to get to the back of the net. As Randall steps in the way of a clearance attempt there. And it's chipped in by Whitby. Mitchell will cover up as we're just under halfway through this third and final period here from Whitby. Rivulettes still trailing 6-1. Cambridge with the face-off win. Unable to clear the zone, so they'll try the other side. Story stops and reverses. Carswell looks cross ice. Finds Rivers with a beautiful saucer. Rivers in all alone. Lacey Rivers puts it right into the chest of Sadie Davidson, and a great pass from Micah Carswell. She threads the needle to Rivers, who's in all alone, but just can't quite find that mesh. Rip's shot has her shot blocked. As Ben Griffin heads one up in his match against Rasmus Højgaard. That puck going to be deflected out. And we've got another face-off just outside the Whitby Wolves zone. 9:53 left. And the arena not getting any warmer. Aird looking to get it out. She'll do just that. Jenna Schrawn able to find the puck. Active sticks from Whitby. They're able to come away with it. Emerson Miller now with 4 Whitby Wolves to beat. She loses an edge. And back comes Whitby. Catching Cambridge on a change. Into the slot, and Cardone sends that one wide. Reed will play it forward for Neal. Neal trying to dipsy doodle, but can't quite get through. D'Angelo with the takeaway at center ice. Able to bring it into the offensive zone. Getting to a forehand, getting a shot off. A good wrist shot, but Davidson snags it with her glove and creates another face-off. Reed steps in the way of Murphy. With the Whitby forward, able to clear the zone regardless. And Belk gets to the center of the ice, gets a shut off. Just narrowly misses the open goal. Belk back in the middle of the ice, turns that one over, and Sophie Herr's got it on the right side. Neal, able to collect it at the blue line. Gets back to her forehand and gets a weak shot off. As Davidson makes no mistake there. Cambridge running out of time to make something happen. Ristori's got it at the blue line. Ristori in. Can't quite get the shot off. And it's chipped out by Whitby. Micah Carswell looking long again for Rivers. This time, not quite as successful as last. And Whitby will just send it back in. The dump and chase game for the Wolves now. As the Rivs look to carry it out, and Rivers has it in the neutral zone. Playing it for Stiles. Lauren Stiles with a shot on. Another weak shot gets steered aside. And Rips will keep it in the offensive zone. One gonna be offside. And we've got a face-off coming with 7 minutes and change remaining on the score clock. Reed playing it forward, can't quite clear it. And another confusing call. But we've got a face-off coming all the way down to the Whitby end. Cambridge will take what they can get at this point. Hillock on the draw. She wins it forward. That one's sent up and out of play. And we'll try again. A fantastic catch by a spectator. 1 of 7 at tonight's game. Whitby not drawing the crowd. Cambridge usually does. And Carswell has it down low. Neal trying to bang it on net. Her right there with her. And hers got it in the corner. Kim sends that one forward. Carswell with a nice tip that's going to miss just wide. Cambridge trying to apply pressure when they can. But the Wolves able to get it out. Kim racing for the icing. And she'll get there just in time. Miller, the face-off win for Cambridge, and the Rivulettes have it at the blue line. Verips with a shot on, and that one's tipped just wide by Miller. Good tip and shot from Verips and Miller. Whitby now with the takeaway down low. They look to break out, and they'll do just that. Pet it out up over the left side. She cuts to the middle of the ice. She gets knocked off the puck as she loses an edge. But Murray has it on the right side, back down low. Macy Murray cutting below the Rivulettes net. Murray trying to get to the middle of the ice. She finds Cardone. Cardone with the shot off. And Mitchell watches that one head wide as D'Angelo has it on the left side. Sadie D'Angelo breaking out on the left. Tries to get to her forehand. She loses the puck in the snow. Reed with a nice little poke check, and Sophie Herr has it in the neutral zone, just playing it forward. Neal able to get there, but can't quite hang on to the puck. And Cardone has it on the left. A wraparound attempt there from Katie Belk. Unsuccessful, but she's got it again at the face-off dot. Neal laying a strong body. Things starting to get chippy. Kneel on the draw in Rivulet territory. So we're 5 minutes left. As that one exits the zone. Clint Carswell trying to apply pressure. Doing a good job, but Aird evades it. And it's sent back down. Reed will get there before icing can be called. Can't quite hang on to that breakout attempt. And Whitby will come back as that one's deflected up and into the Rivulettes bench. Styles gets the better of McAlpine on that face-off. Rivers getting stapled to the boards. Finds the puck on her stick. Back for Ristori. Kenna Ristori walking in with a shot off. That one gets blocked. Back the other way comes Whitby. That'll be chipped from beyond the red line, and icing is called. Another mistake by the Wolves, getting their colors mixed up. We'll face off back in the Whitby zone. Styles fighting hard along the boards for the puck. Just gets out muscled. And the Rivulettes will try from their own end. Micah Carswell carrying it up over the red line, chipping it forward. Rivers tripping over the blue line. And Styles has it in the offensive zone, just getting a weak shot off on net. Whitby doing a good job clearing the zone as Rivs has to play it from center ice. Micah Carswell in now. Tries to leave it for Rivers, but offside is called, and we'll have a face-off coming outside the Whitby end. Miller down low, gives that one away. And a battle for the puck in the neutral zone leads to a Whitby possession. As Reed picks it off, she's going to carry it forward. She gets chased down and taken down. The arms stay down. The referees perhaps seeing the time left on this clock, just trying to get this thing over with. Shot from the slot, and Miller's going to miss wide. A good save by Davidson. That one out front. Miller can't bang it away. Ristori on the pinch. That one's going to exit the zone, and the Rivulettes are going to have to reset. Kim forward for D'Angela. Sadie D'Angela. One to beat. Leaves it, and Cardone will pick it off. And the Rivs are going to fall tonight by the looks of it. Down 5 with 2 minutes to play. Not their best effort, but a fantastic start to the season nonetheless. I'm sure if you told this coaching staff they'd be up, and the whole team really, they'd be 4-1 after 2 weekends. They'd take that all year long. Nice little flip there from Ristori. Her trying to do the same thing, but Hillett can't quite get there in time. Carswell dances into the offensive zone. And back the other way comes Leeson. Leeson in on the right side. She gets a shot off. Mitchell able to poke it out of the way as Randall got a stick on it. Hillick at the red line, sending it in deep. Davidson out of her net to play the puck. Sophie Herr applying pressure. Nice little move there from Hayden Leeson. She carries it into the offensive zone, just chips it in deep for Mitchell, and she'll get off the ice. 1 minute remaining here from Whitby. Rivulettes trailing 6-1 again. Lone goal scored by Reese Reed. Her 5th of the season. Folks, thank you as always for watching. This broadcast brought to you by Face Heating and Cooling. Face. A face that you can trust. A weak shot on there by Strano. And these next 35 seconds really just a formality as Mitchell covers up. Styles in from the ring line, gets a shot off, and a good blocker save late by Davidson. And time runs out on the clock here in Whitby. The Rivulettes are going to fall for the first time this season, 6-1 to the Whitby Wolves. We're joined next Friday, 7:30 p.m. back at the Galt Arena Gardens for possibly the last time this season, the last time ever. Thank you as always to our video production technician, Aaron Petro, on the camera tonight. Our director of visual effects, Matt Ford. I'm Ben Davies, folks. Thank you as always for joining. We'll see you Friday. Have a safe drive home. We're going to Jollibee's.